Imagine blowing 15,000 baht in one Pattaya night on lady drinks you never ordered, a lesbian lap dance you paid for, getting cucked at dinner in front of the waitress, and then lying naked next to her while some Indian guy video calls to say, "I miss you, baby," and the guy who lived it, he still says it was a pretty good night. Welcome to the chaos of Walking Street. Take this one guy on his second trip there. He thought he knew the drill, but one night with a girl he met online turned into a chaotic mix of laughter, scams, and awkward revelations that left him 15,000 baht poorer. And the wild part, he still called it a pretty good night. It started simple enough. He'd connected with this girl on a previous visit. Let's call her innocent and funny, at least on the surface. She wasn't the typical bar girl. She seemed clueless about the nightlife scene, which made her stand out. No hard sells, no obvious games. So, on his first full day back, he decided to long-time her, meaning she'd stay the night. She showed up at his hotel. They had some fun before heading out, and everything felt relaxed. Their first stop was one of those big open-air bars with pool tables and older mama-sans running the show. You know the type. Loud music, cold beers, and a vibe that's equal parts welcoming and predatory. They each grabbed a Chang beer, but she took one sip and wrinkled her nose, saying she didn't like it. Fair enough, he thought, so she switched to cocktails. He suggested a game of pool, but she claimed she didn't know how to play. And man, she wasn't kidding. She was hopeless at it. Couldn't even hold the cue right. The mama-san watched for a bit, face-palming, and eventually stepped in to play with him instead. He ended up buying her a few lady drinks to keep things friendly. Meanwhile, his girl sat there, chatting and laughing, seeming totally out of her element. After a couple of hours, they tried Connect 4, but same story. She had no idea what she was doing. He'd win in 4 moves every time, over and over. It was almost comical. By then, they were both pretty buzzed, and he went back to the pool table with the mama-san. His girl wandered off to the bar, talking to 3 of the bartenders. What he didn't realise was that she was buying them lady drinks left and right. We're talking maybe 18 in total, all on his tab without him knowing. He only caught on when he sat back down and saw 2 separate bins for the drink slips, one for him, one overflowing for her. When the bill came, it hit like a truck, 5,700 baht. For about 4 hours in a place like that. Insane. But they had a good time, so he paid up without arguing, figuring it was just one of those nights. As they were leaving, he saw his girl hugging the mama-san, who was actually crying. Apparently the girl had opened up about her ex-boyfriend who died, and it hit the mama-san hard. Touching moment, right? But looking back, some folks wonder if those tears were real, or just part of the act. After all, that bill was a windfall for the bar, and who knows what cut the girl got later. They grabbed a ride to Walking Street, both still drunk, and that's when things got weirder. As they're strolling down, she confesses she's a lesbian, or at least 70% lesbian, 30% straight. Caught him off guard, but he rolled with it, thinking it'd be fun to take her to XS, a spot known for its dancers. His treat, he said. Inside, she spots a cute girl on stage and waves her over. 2 minutes later, the dancer's sitting with them, and his girl is all over her, groping like crazy, no holds barred. He sat there third-wheeling, finding it funny in the moment, but yeah, a bit awkward. After that, they hit a Thai restaurant for food. While they're eating, a group of guys at another table asks if she's his girlfriend. Both say no, just a customer arrangement. Next thing he knows, she's exchanging numbers with one of them right in front of him. The waitress even shot him a look like, "What the hell?" He felt like a total pushover, sitting there while it happened. Some people hearing this story shake their heads, saying that's the point where you cut your losses, pay her off and send her packing. But he didn't. Maybe the alcohol, maybe the sunk cost, but he kept going. They swung by Windmill for half an hour, had some fun, then headed back to the hotel. He was thinking, finally some real action. But nope. She launched into an hour of rambling gibberish. He just nodded along, waiting it out. Eventually, they got to it. She was into it, pulling him in. But he remembered his last trip's mistake, and didn't go raw. 30 minutes later, sleep. Morning came early. 7:30 a.m., her waking him up with more nonsense talk. Then, her phone rings. A video call from some Indian guy saying, "I miss you, baby." And there he is, butt naked next to her, hand on her chest, listening to this. They chatted for 5 minutes before she hung up. He paid her, she took one of his vapes with permission, and left. End of the saga. His daily budget was 8,000 baht. That night blew 15,000. He laughed it off, saying aside from the crying mama-san, the cucking and the phone call, it was a good time, but it left him doubting his smarts. Stories like this pop up all the time in Pattaya. Guys think they've found someone genuine, someone outside the usual grind, but the lines blur fast. Was she really that naive? Probably not. That big bill at the bar, smart money, says she went back later for her commission. Those lady drinks weren't random. It's a classic move to rack up the tab while the guy's distracted. And the mama-san's tears could be genuine sympathy or maybe pride in a well-executed play. One perspective is that she played him from the start, using her clueless act to lower his guard. Another is that she was just winging it, drunk and impulsive. But either way, he paid the price. The confessions kept coming too, turning lesbian mid-walk. Some see it as her trying to shake him off after the bar score, hoping he'd bail, but he flipped it into a threesome vibe at XS, which backfired into more third-wheeling. Then the number swap at dinner, bold, right in his face. People point out that's poor form from the other guy too, but in a place like Pattaya, the long-term expats sometimes treat short-timers like they're just passing through, poaching without guilt. It's a mentality. She's not yours, she's the community's. Harsh, but it happens. And that morning call, rubbing salt in the wound. She's got regulars on speed dial, sponsors maybe, and doesn't care if you're there to hear it. It's a power play, or just carelessness bred from dealing with too many guys who let it slide. He could have shut it down, told her to hang up or ended the night earlier, but he didn't. That's the trap. You get invested, the drinks flow, and suddenly you're tolerating stuff you'd never accept back home. Why does this keep happening? Pattaya's ecosystem thrives on it. The bars, the girls, the mama-sans, they all eat off the same plate. A freelancer like her might not work a bar, but she knows the tricks. Get him drunk, spend his money, keep him hooked with just enough fun. And guys fall for it because they're on vacation, chasing that thrill. One bad decision snowballs. Paying that bill without fuss sets the tone that you're an easy mark. Next thing, she's buying drinks for everyone, and you're footing it, but not everyone's unsympathetic. Some laugh and say, live and learn, it's part of the adventure. Others warn against long-timing someone you barely know, especially if they're pulling stunts like that. Stick to short times, keep control of the wallet, and watch for red flags like sudden confessions or phone distractions. The Indian guy on the call, probably another punter sending money from afar, thinking he's her only one. It's a web of illusions, where everyone's playing multiple roles. In the end, he walked away with a story, a lighter pocket, and no real harm done. But it highlights how quickly things spiral in that environment. You go in thinking you're savvy, but one innocent girl can turn your night into a farce. It's not about blame, it's about recognizing the game. Pattaya doesn't change. You either adapt or get rinsed again. And sometimes, even knowing that, you'll still chase the chaos, because damn, it makes for one hell of a tale.